Hello and welcome back to Handelabra Live. I am John, aka Migrant P, lead developer at Handelabra Games, and we're going to try to resume the stream from last week. So we'll get into that. But first, Handelabra Games believes in civil rights for everyone, including for the people of Iran who remain under the oppression of dictatorship. So read more about what's going on in Iran and help out if you can. Yeah, so anyone actively working against our goals is not welcome in the chat, will not be tolerated. But if you are a good person and excellent, please say hello in the chat. I know that all of you watching really are, so we don't have any problems in our chat generally. We haven't for a long time. So yeah, welcome. And so yeah, last time we were playing, we were gonna start like a little series or something about the statistical analysis happening over from Jonathan on Board Game Geek. And so we said, let's play the top spirit against Sweden in the stats and the worst spirit together. So Many Minds being the top and Stone being the worst. And I'm gonna try to keep an eye on. Last time the screen capture kept freezing. We couldn't solve it. I didn't really do anything except like reboot and tidy some stuff up. So hopefully, it seems I did some testing and it's working. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Let's just resume. And if you're watching on YouTube, this is sort of an amalgamation. So one of the nice things about Spirit Island is you can just like jump into the game and continue where you left off. Obviously, it's a little tricky because there's a lot going on, but we can review what happened last turn, maybe, and then we'll go ahead. So, last turn we picked up Steam Vents. We played. Let's see what we. Let's go what we used. Yeah, we didn't undo stuff. So we played Entrap the Forces, Stubborn Solidity, and Steam Vents. We got Devouring Ants. Played that along with Dreadful Tide, probably skipping a Ravage. Yeah, so Sands, we defended. Oh yeah, I remember the Sands have been going over and over again, right? Kind of coastal Sands, yeah. So that happened, and we did some damage to the Devouring Ants, and so on. And then this turn so far, we reclaimed with Stone, and we've got all our card play set up. We reclaimed with Many Minds. So we had a plan, and then we stopped. So let's see if we can recreate what we're doing. So we have a Ravage on the coastal lands. This is probably fine. I'm guessing this is probably Stubborn Solidity. So fine-ish. This was going to be... Oh yeah, we were going to try to defend this. We were working out how can we like both get rid of these guys and defend this, but I don't think we actually figured that out. And this is probably a Blight, I think. Most likely. I guess we were thinking of maybe Steam Vents here. Perhaps. Oh, Stubborn Solidity saves from Sweden's thing, doesn't it? That's actually interesting. So we could, if they explore Wet Mountain, we could save them from escalation. Okay. So we were trying to work out, like, could we... I think we even went in and, like, played it out a little bit to see if we could get the... get things to the right place there. Yeah, stream still seems to be good. So say hello in the chat if you're watching, and you can help me find out if I'm frozen again. We were gonna try to like pursue all these guys out of here, but I think we found out we needed to have enough elements to be able to do whatever we wanted. So I don't think there was a solve that didn't involve pursue. So, oh yeah, we're trying to guide the way to uh, bring enough to Han, right? But we couldn't figure that out, maybe. What if we pursue this guy away and guide both of those? Oh, we don't have range for that. Well, we could still do it by, like, just popping in and out. So, if we bring in you and you, we need 3 beasts. Oh, God, pursue doesn't work because there aren't going to be beasts in there still. Yeah. That's the problem, isn't it? I feel like we're just like, all right, what if hang on, what if I think I have an idea. Am I streaming on both platforms or only one? Which platforms do you mean? We stream on Twitch and on Steam, generally. So we use Restream to stream to both. I'm gonna actually pull this. And then I can send Sacred Site Beasts there. This is gonna let me still do this. And I can use Guide the Way here, because I have range. And there's a beast there. Bring the Dahan. Oh, I still don't get to push that guy. He still builds. Leave the Dahan there. So the problem is that Pursue doesn't work. Is there any way I can leave, like, I think I was able to leave one. Oh yeah, so not streaming on YouTube. We found it's not worth it to stream on YouTube because it works better for us to post the video there after as opposed to streaming on YouTube. We've tried it before, but it's just never really worked out how we wanted. We're just trying to work out here exactly how we should I mean, I do like getting the Tudahan there to kill the city, but stopping the builds is maybe more important, right? Than that. And having that stuff there does that. So we need to actually play Pursue. Oh, but we don't even need to push. I think we played that because we wanted to push, gather here and push. But the only thing that matters for is Pursue, really, right? So we don't even care that much. What if we just add some beasts or we use devouring ants and kill the stuff they build here? That seems like just as good. And we can maybe use Guide the Way to save this guy from getting converted. I think that's probably good. So first, gather. You don't need to gather that one. And let's send one of these guys. And send them here with the Dahan, because they won't escalate into Sands. So having him there is fine. Okay, I think that's what we want to do. I know it took a while, but all right, we're gonna get defend. We're actually gonna defend this enough too. Oh, I was thinking I was gonna go in here and let them break themselves. Yeah, that was what's gonna happen. So from here to there, break themselves against the stone. Stubborn solidity. And if I destroy the town, then they don't actually blight there. And in no case they're not doing yeah, I think we finally got to our plan, but we adjusted things a little bit for mini mines. The question is steam vents. I think the only thing where it does anything is here. So, well, I guess we could remove an explorer from there, but let's destroy the town here, and then we kill this city and clear that land. So all right, I think we figured it out. And the game is still capturing, and everything is fine. Well, that's annoying. That guy's turning into a... It's just that guy. So at least it's only one, totally. Each beast deals 2 damage. So that's interesting. Well, that beast is getting removed no matter what. May as well do 2 damage. Oh. Why did I do third? Oh, because... Yeah. Okay. I mean, I think it's still... We have lots of presents. Let's destroy presents. Or should I destroy a beast? Kind of means I don't get to see over here, but honestly, it's fine. We have lots of presents. Having destroyed presents is a resource, so... Here we could stop them building a city, or we could accept it and just block it. So I'd rather keep the beast around here, so... Plus Devouring Ants is going to do 2 damage, so... And these don't do anything. Now with these 2 Dahan and 2 buildings, there is no such land. Scapegoats. Sure, kills 1 explorer. Mimic the Dahan. That, I mean, those guys are dead anyway. Means we can remove a town here. And the other, I mean, whatever. We have to click it, so... let's put the town over here, I guess. I guess the order mattered because of the adding the town and whatever. Jungle. So many towns around means we can't really stop them from exploring. Alright, Devouring Ants. If we're just going to skip this, maybe we don't. Devouring Ants there. Let's do it somewhere we can I mean, here would be good, but we would kill a Dahan. We can pursue that guy, so let's do it here. Alright, are we getting to level 2? Yeah, next fear, so. And we have a Sands Ravage, which is very limited. We'll skip that and... what? Entrap that? Maybe? If we entrap, we just take the blight from the box, right? So that's fine, and we can hit them back. So we don't need this. Maybe we want Guide the Way to get some Dahan in for a Ravage. Sure. Oh, and I think we just keep Constancy, right? That's so much energy, so many reclaims. Okay. You getting to, not quite getting to more card plays. So I think we want to play Constancy and Entrap the Forces and then something else. So let's gain a power card. Maybe energy because we might be paying for blight here, and having a bit more energy is going to be good. Oh, we're getting +6 energy though. Yeah, I think it's a card. And we can make a sacred site here. Let's take a minor. We want a minor, we want a major. No major. Draw toward a consuming void. We won't be able to afford that this turn. Like, the way Sweden works, it would be really good. Use it here. Like, they're putting towns everywhere all the time, so... It does... And we could use Stubborn Solidity first, and then... Dahan don't die. I'm going to take that, and then in our next reclaim, we use it. Looking at the other powers, like, I'm not too excited about them, so... Let's take that, and we'll forget... Invents... And make a sacred site here. Start getting enough energy to pay for that. Yeah, let's play Jagged Shards just to save energy. We could even next turn reclaim and do the thing, so... That would probably be pretty good. Especially if they go into wetlands, and then the wetlands are next door to this. So, I like that idea. And there aren't even any beasts to destroy nearby, so... Okay, over here we're going to play Dreadful Tide and pursue... We could get to 4 card plays and gain a major by paying for it if we wanted to. I think I want to go here and there. Maybe we just reclaim and get a major instead of paying for one. Guide the Way isn't doing work this turn. I want to add beasts and stripe. Actually, like 4 fear, defend 7. We could just defend this land also. If we do that, we actually defend it, and I mean, I need the animal from this in order to get the defend, so we can like have the skip there as an option, basically. So we pursue. They don't build. We may as well take these to Han. We don't. Are there enough beasts? We need 4, right? Yeah, we have enough. Okay. So let's. Oh, hang on. Did it wrong. Introduce teaming hosts here first. Teaming host. I'm gonna grab this sacred site and push it over here. So that we have more beasts in here too. And then we can beset and bound. And then we can remove 1. We'll be adding more beasts later, so. We've got the skip if we need it, in case they get plus damage, so. Alright, we're gonna entrap, probably just keep piling the blight up there. And the gift. Hit them back. And do the thing. So finally, it's just a blight from the box. It's not even 6-2, so. They have an explore card matching. Sure. All lands without buildings, so it's actually not. I guess there's a bunch up here. There's no disease. Reclaim power card or regain a unique power. Nice. Probably grab this back. Oh, I don't have to reclaim. Oh, they do -1 damage. Okay. I allow it. And he doesn't heal. Add a town, I guess, on the coast here. There aren't actually many Dahan near there for Consuming Void to destroy, but... Alright, they went mountains. Wetlands would have been nicer for our thing, but we can still gather a bit one town from there, not both towns. I think it only gathers 1, right? From each adjacent land, but it will gather the city they built, so yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. I mean, I could use it here. But I feel like this is better. Alright, Swarm. I think we're going to want to defend here. Beasts there. And for Jagged Shards... Do we want a Badlands there? could put it here. What are we doing in terms of this ravage, I guess is the question. Presently, nothing. We could get back and trap the forces. Is probably good. We put another presence there, and then we don't even need another presence. It won't outnumber. So really the question is, where do we want Badlands? I think putting the Badlands here is going to help with the draw towards. So putting it here would help with the hit back. I also have a town hiding behind my presence here that we do want to... Oh, we can just... You know, they're going to hurt the Dahan. Maybe we can get a little help from you on that. I'm not sure what. Actually, Boon of Swarming Bedevilment. If I move one more presence in there, then it would be defended. Maybe we don't reclaim it, we just gain a major... I think we probably want... Are we going to be able to defend enough there? That's 9 damage. Probably want to skip that. So. Okay. I'm going to get a card so I can choose gain energy and play a whole bunch of things. Or I could get another card. Maybe I get a little defend for that. Maybe that's better. How much energy do we need? So we're going to have 10. And 4 card plays, so we do need a little more energy. So, okay, let's do this. So if we put another presence in here, which we can just do by moving a presence. But I can just put it in right now. Well, we don't know that it depends on what we get here, right? What if let's put presents in here so we can do something there. Hey, there's Carapace Land. There you go. Great elements, free, 10-6. All right, we have everything we need. We almost got this. I guess if I had clicked this, then I would have gotten that. But we might not have had enough energy. I guess, 3 energy. Just because we got a 0-cost card. So if we knew what card we were going to get, we would have clicked that, but we didn't know, so. That's fine. We would have got this part too. That's fine. All right, are we going to pick up a major power? I think so. We're going to have 7 spare energy. Plus we get to either add presence, add up to 2 presents, or whatever. So yeah, let's click this first. All right, cast down in the briny deep. There isn't a coastal land with enough stuff to make that matter. Solidify Echoes is pretty cool. We don't really have destroyed presence. I have 2. It's not really a big deal. It's a cool power, but... Savage Transformation. I can get the threshold this turn. Doesn't do a lot, but making more beasts is good for me. And yeah, I mean, it could be Blood Rack Plague. We could threshold it if we had another Earth, which we don't. Let's take Savage Transformation. We don't usually grab that card, and it's pretty okay. And we could go for 5 card plays for next turn reclaim. We're gonna have how much animal we're gonna have? We're gonna have we have 4 animal. We're not gonna quite be able to defend this, but we can do the skip as well and just get the million beasts in there. So we have enough beasts to hit the threshold. So I think maybe we just go. I don't want to get too close to the Consuming Void, right? Maybe we just go in here. Pick an animal and 5 card plays for next turn. We have lots of energy. Yeah, so we're going to be able to defend 7 and get a bunch of fear. Convert a bunch of explorers. 2 explorers. All right. We're going to keep putting Blade in this land. We're going to have to, like, blow that up. Here, it doesn't do anything yet, but it will do something. Right, that's gonna go there. We'll do that last. So we need 4 beasts in here, so we gotta gather some more. Let's gather these guys. And yeah, we're still blighting, so let's take the skip. And extra defend, I guess. Doesn't really change. Actually, if we move a presence into here, then it just changes to 6. So they still end up double blading. So I don't know that it makes a huge difference. What I do here, I can put a presence in here, I guess. Oh, it's going to be help. We can use Carapace land to defend that or whatever, so. Oh, but this gathers presence from each land, right? Yeah, so actually that doesn't really help. What could help is moving this presence away so it doesn't get pulled in to the Consuming Void. Okay. Alright, so finally we have 2 blight from the box that we can pay for. And the other one is skipped, and hopefully they don't cascade over there. Ending the event. Let's go. Stream is still streaming. Okay, things seem to be good. Oh, good, we didn't get the don't generate fear, because that would suck. Replace. Okay, this depends on the outnumbering. Replacing a Dahan with town. Ooh. I guess here. And didn't happen over here. Add disease, 2 damage to Dahan. Well, I guess it's going to be either one of these. Man, Dahan are getting wrecked. Just leave one Dahan in each land. Each board, remove one town. I mean, we're skipping that anyway, so I think it makes sense to remove it from there. And we could stop this build entirely, so click there. All right. Oh, then they're gonna add a town right back. Oh, we can make them add a town here, right? The escalation says, or the thing says a one without. Okay. Go in there. It's fine. So what I should do is ping the town because we're going to be gathering it. And another explorer might show up there from this card, so we want to gather him. Skip the Ravage. I guess we could, if we had removed the town there, we could have maybe skipped the Explorer, but whatever. It's fine. Yep, so we do get an Explorer popping in there. And they're going to explore in this sand, which is going to get wrecked. All right. I don't think we need to do those first. Let's do this. That is adjacent. Join me. We ended up saving one Dahan, so it's not ended up not being a huge deal, but 16 damage. All right, you. All the buildings. Still got a bunch of explorers there, but that's fine. I guess I could have looked if there was another place to do this, but that seems like this is the best place. We can savagely transform. I would like to do that here, but I can't see that. I guess it's here. Just stop the build entirely, so. Also, we're winning pretty hard. There's 2 cities. That's it. And if we can get Dahan in there, we can take them out. I wonder if we strike that city. What about this city? You want to do draw towards here? We can't get in there though. I guess we could do it here. Draw towards here wins the game unless they build. And we can afford draw towards. They're building a city here, not here, but here. So we can prevent them from doing that. We can probably manage to draw towards there. We're going to have exactly enough energy, and then we can defend here. I think we can win with draw towards. So let's strife this guy. Actually, wait. Strife. Oh, we can just skip this Ravage, right? Yeah, let's do the ravage skip there. So this ravage is taken care of. And let's do a ravage skip. We're gonna reclaim. Could try for another major. Maybe we get something more interesting. Flow like water. What if we sleep and never waken? Like, get rid of all of the explorers there. We got 2 skips. We got volcanic eruption. We can actually move the cities all like already. We could bring them all in here. So that is a ravage skip, and we consuming void here, just to make it even more dramatic. Seems fun. All right. Just need to get the water for that, which I could have played whatever. Click whatever. Doesn't really matter. Well, the city they build there is now going to get nommed in, so I don't think it really matters what we click here. We max our innate. Oh, we need an earth. Click this. Max our innate. Maybe we get Terrible Victory instead. Oh, it's a long way away. It's a long way away. Alright, we want to reclaim. Want to add a presence to a mountain. Luckily, the card that we want to save that land is free, so... And we just have a bunch of other free cards. Which almost max out our innates, too. Seems like we're winning. Not gonna, you know... Maybe we should be too confident. We're definitely winning. Everyone come here. If I could make this fast, that would be it. We don't have stubborn solidity, but so we'll lose some more to Han. But I also can use this here. And we have a million other things that we can do. Are there 5 beasts in there? There's 4, right? Oh, I keep clicking the wrong power. You and you, and maybe you. And do I want to bother stopping this build? It doesn't really matter, right? I can stop them building their city, but I don't mind that they build the city. Doesn't do anything. Really doesn't do anything. Like everything is getting got. This makes fear. I could send the Dahan away so they don't they don't get injured. can send a beast to collect this Dahan and use him in the Ravage. There. Okay. Stuff's happening. They do +1 damage per land when ravaging. Sure. That makes a blight there that we take from the box. Except we don't actually take it from the box. We don't have any energy. Destroy Dahan and land with Beast. That would... I want to defend, so... Here. Oh, no choice about that. We can destroy this Dahan. Event trying to screw us up. Gather into coastal land, defend into coastal land. Sure. Hey, you two. Come here. Come here. Take the long way. Push any number from one land. Okay. You don't get to build here. Keep you nice and tidy. You don't get to build there. Defend 9 in coastal lands. Skip build actions. Well, I really wanted to let them build this city, but they weren't allowed. Alright, it's the wrap-up phase here. Because draw towards a consuming land is going to finish it off. Yes, add more invaders. Feel free. Peace. Badlands. Battlestar Galactica. Alright. They're getting tiny, but then they're all gonna die. Well, maybe not all, but most of them. As long as we kill the city. Presents pile. Alright. As long as we kill the city. Again, oh, there's 2 cities. Somehow, I guess they built a city in that land. All explorers left, and that's going to be game. So we were able to finish it off after last week. And we can do the next one. What's the next one going to be? I think Russia? Let's see. Oh, we have to destroy presence. Victory! Russia is the next. Then it'll be England, France, Habsburg. And I assume... I thought there was a Russia post. Maybe not. Oh yeah, there's. Russia's the latest one. Alright, that's the game. So with the best spirit against Sweden combined with the worst spirit against Sweden, Sweden 6, we defeated them pretty handily, I'd say. I think I wasn't really in danger. And honestly, Stone was fine. Stone did not have trouble. Stone mostly helped many mines. with Gift of Constancy. Many Minds helped a bit, I think, with Swarming Bedevilment. So there's a good teamwork there. All right, so let me have a look at the post about Prussia. I'll throw a link in the chat here, and you can have a look. Thanks, Aristotle. It's nice to have a philosopher in the chat. So we're going to go 2 boards. Prussia. Level 6. That is pretty terrifying. And... So, Keeper has the most games. People like Keeper a lot. So, win percentages for each spirit against Prussia by level. Yeah? So, level 6. 80% win rate for Ocean's Hungry Grasp. Well, they're there already. And 29.9% for Shroud of Silent Mist. Honestly, I feel like they go together. Like, if they get Elemental Boon, like, their elements are really good. I guess they're competing for the same cards, sort of, but... Mist is going to be really good for getting into the Ocean's board and protecting the back, so... I don't know. It feels like they're a good combo. But they... Mist is the worst, so... in the stats. So... In single spirit, the top is Many Minds with 85%, and the lowest is Vital Strength of the Earth with 19%. But we're going to go... I think last time we went with the multi-spirit one, right? So let's do the same. All right, and we have events. We're all good. Let's get into it. Change the background to indicate a new game. Maybe an... I mean, Ocean is like the default background, but we have a different ocean-y background we can use. I like this one. Do that one. All right, we're adding presents. Usually I like to add it to a land that has a town already versus the land with the city. So if there is one, and there is one. And they go into Sands Mountains, which means we can stop a build straight away and get an energy. So I'm into that. They're going to build a city there, but that's potentially set up for a Grasping Tide next turn. So I'm already thinking about next turn. So I like to get presents over onto the other board in any case. So let's do that. And let's just roll up card plays here. We had a couple things to worry about there. We could have tried to get in here and stop this build, but I'm just going to actually, yeah. Can we get Tidal Boon to help out with this? This Cascade is a problem, so I think Tidal Boon's going to help us out with that. We can drown the town here. Yeah, so that takes care of that. This is going to be fine with Grasping Tide. So really it's this land. This is like a blight, whatever. If we get you to come over around here, we can maybe get in there with Tidal Boon, I think. So I also like to gain power cards. So let's gain a power. Maybe we can stop the build, see what we get. We got Gift of Constancy. Also horrible elements for Mist, but I think we're taking Gift of Constancy because it's very strong. And I think we probably want 2 card plays. Let's get in adjacent to that. So we can, as long as we can use a power and get our presence in here, then Tidal Boon lets us push out the town. So that's going to be the goal. So really even innate power that can let me get in. So I don't really want to play these this turn, right? Because that's ravaging stuff. Unfortunately, this doesn't really do anything this turn, but it's like kind of what? Yeah, this is interesting other times. I think it's going to be literally this. So unfortunately, we're not doing a whole lot, but we're going to I'm just stopping this cascade basically. We also have this cascade. So maybe I don't know, maybe this plan is like too much. Maybe we just accept that cascade or hope for defend next turn. It feels like we're doing a whole lot of nothing is the problem. If I had taken the card with air, I wouldn't be able to afford it. So, yeah, so that doesn't do anything. I like constancy because we can keep Call the Deeps and potentially keep blocking builds. We'll see what we do here. Giving ocean energy is always good too. I guess we could, yeah. You can use fog closes to stop one of these cascades, whichever one it is. So I guess that's kind of what we're gonna do. We can't stop both. Well, we could, but we wouldn't stop other builds. So, and wouldn't get energy for ocean. So I think long term this is gonna be better. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. They go into mountains. That makes this one a higher priority, right? It also stops them building a city there, and it also makes this land not great. Makes a lot of things not great. We have Unnerving Paul, which is going to be helpful maybe, but... All right. That's what we did. We keep constancy. Our fog closes. I think constancy probably. It's off element, but it's very good. We have to keep gaining cards, and we have to try to find... If we get like a defend card, right? Like that stops that land 2 in a row. Like ocean has 4 energy now. We could even go for a major right now if we wanted to. This is taking care of probably... That takes care of itself with the blight. This is we can defend. Yeah, I think we probably want to do this. We get to 3 card plays. Yeah. Firstly, Grasping Tide or Call the Deeps didn't actually do anything, so maybe we should go back and pick Petal Boon. Call the Deeps isn't doing anything except making us fear. Shroud, you can gather presence into the ocean. Yeah, that's a thing. I think it's Tidal Boon, probably a better pick because they're going to build there again, right? So go back. Also lets us drown more stuff. So You can like pop in and drown one of these lands. We want to get into those lands. So yeah, this obviously is a pending cascade. This is a cascade this turn. Let's mark these again. This one, if I can defend per presence. If I defend 2, they at least don't build a city. Not ideal. We don't have damaged invaders. So if I put 2 presence there, then I could defend it for sure, and then they don't build. That might be worthwhile not getting a power card, actually. I think that's worth not getting a power card. Let's start getting energy every turn. And whether it's move a presence or getting water. Does water do anything for me this turn? It might unlock more pushing. If I'm playing 3 cards, I'm only playing 2 cards. It's going to be Unnerving Paul. So by adding 1 water, might get push a Dahan, depending on what I play. Whereas move a presence isn't doing anything. It might, depending on if I get a card from you. I think we go for the move a presence. Okay, let's get a power card. Confounding Mists. We can defend that. Elemental Boon is so good. Elemental Boon is so good with these 2 spirits because they share water and air and moon. Is it worth a cascade to take Elemental Boon when we can play it basically every turn? I think so, right? What a choice. Okay. Let's add a presence to a coastal land. Let's get in there. Get in there. Get in there. It's Tidal Boon. Like, we're gonna get, that's worth 2 fear and drown a city this turn. Plus whatever it unlocks over here, which I'm not even paying attention to. And is it constancy again? If I played Vapors, we're not actually getting anything new. Oh, we're getting the first level. If I did that, I would get Suffocating Shroud level 2. I think Ocean's, even if we, well, yeah, Ocean could take another of this turn. I think, if we give Gift of Constancy. So I think that's worthwhile. And do we want to move a presence? Potentially, we could move into somewhere and push a town into the ocean, but we want to push this town, right? So I think we just like get our presence further this way. And maybe we get a block card or something like that. Be nice if that city actually died, but we don't want to change our presence. Okay, in theory, they die. He dies. We don't have. We have 2 lands. Like, this is gonna build, but we'll push the town away. So, like, assuming things aren't horrible, how much blight are we adding? 4 and 1 cascade. So we do see the blight card. Probably fine. We made that decision. We instead of taking confounding mists, we decided to take elemental boon. I think that's a long-term play. Let's see though. Destroy 2 presence for a power card. Forget a power card, gain 2 energy, move to your presence range 4. Don't think anyone's clicking the second thing. But that, does this defend stay? I think the defend stays, right? That's not a long-term effect. So we can afford to destroy these 2. I think, yeah. Just avoid reclaiming. Actually, did we get energy this turn? No. Ooh, entrancing apparitions. Actually really good. These are all really good, but this is obviously elements and pretty good effect. I'm going to trade reach. That one. And guess we don't need this one in the sands as much as the other ones. Oh, this is defended. We don't blight the island. And minor power, we'll take a major on the reclaim. But we won't need a reclaim for a bit. Ooh, defend 4, push up to 1. This one I can never click on. Well, not never, but very rarely. Range 1, Sacred Site, push blight. That is kind of hard, but I think it's more likely I get to use it than in the other cards, so ignore disease. Don't think that matters. Hey, we get a fear card. Coastal 1 damage per Dahan. Cool. Oh, hey, we do kill the city. Otherwise, this doesn't do anything at all. Those guys are all dead. Guess the only thing it does is maybe we hit this guy and Shroud can get his presence inside? Maybe. Alright, he's dead. They're dead. And we have, he's dead. Blight. Blight. And a cascade. So actually, I want to cascade this way because that needs outlets for cascading. All right, let's see what comes up. Sands. All right, they're just hammering the sands. Now we're adding towns. Not in places we want to be dealt with, so I guess jungle. This jungle too? Maybe this jungle where the Dahan are, and maybe they help. Okay, we have 1 damage. Could stop a build here. So, I mean, Tidal Boon here still makes sense. Founding a city obviously makes sense. There's no place where there's like a priority city or whatever, so I'll be there. Actually, energy-wise, we're giving each other 2 energy every turn, so there's like billions of energy. Oh. Okay. This is the only problem for ravaging. Obviously, these 2, the following turn, are very bad. We could get in and start damaging them. Prevent a ravage the following turn. I think we can just do that with 1 use of dissolving vapors, though, right? So, what if we stop a build here? Like 2 places we need to use dissolving vapors. I don't. There's nothing we can do about that unless we like pick up Indelible Claim or something. So, let's. What do we have next turn? Entrancing Apparitions. Is there a place where we can stop 2 builds with that? We use it here. We also stop the chance of. Actually, here's really good. Stop that build and take 1 away from there, and they die. Okay. I think we just take the chance. So let's stop this build. What are we keeping? There's no Coastal Ravage we're worried about. Elemental Boom. Oh, we can keep Unnerving Paw. But honestly, that doesn't do nearly enough. So we're both reclaiming the following turn. We can get to 3-card plays. I think we're going to be gaining a power card though, right? So maybe we just keep this for the energy. I don't think we're going to use this. So let's see. Is this a middle presence turn? I think it's a gain power card turn, right? We do get to play 4. We have lots of energy. We could dig for a major. Let's defend. I mean, anything that gathers blight. This pushes blight, unfortunately. You might find something. If you get plus range, we could reach there and push the blight out. So that's an option too. Yeah, let's gain a card. We're looking for moving blight or whatever. And we use dissolving vapors. I guess if I hang on, let's keep Unnerving Paw. Then we don't have to reclaim next turn. We'll keep that not for this turn, but for next turn. This turn, dissolving vapors and entrancing apparitions. Unless we get something like super good. Could be a major, like obviously Indomitable Claim or uh, Vitality solves that handily. But a lot of stuff doesn't. I feel like a lot of the minor deck. Well, maybe not a lot of the minor deck helps with that. You need like, entrap the forces of corruption. Uh, it's 9 damage, right? Freaking Their Struggles does it. It is a mountain, right? So that is an option. So that's 2. Guy Stretches does it. That's 3. 4. +1 range does it, I think. 5. So like 5 cards out of 84. Versus probably like 2. Well, like skips do it here. So like there's probably more majors that do it. But there's also like a good chance we totally whip on the major deck. So let's take a minor. All right. If that could go fast, but it doesn't even work on that. So this doesn't do anything. These don't do anything. So I click the one with my elements, maybe, except I don't really like that power. I think I might just want the blight removal damage option. Could take that, but it has fire. Yeah, I mean, I could take the 0 cost option. Not so excited about any of these cards. I think we just need a blight removal option because we're going to be in blight territory. All right, and for you, the options are less because of the range, but any Gather Blight card would help. Or a plus range I could use on myself. So I'm going to take another minor power too. More elements. Defend 6 if the land has beasts. These are not cards that are doing things for me, are they? They keep giving gifts, and we'll get majors with all the millions of energy we're going to have. I want card plays. This has to go in wetlands or mountains. I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to play that and that. And we're going to dissolve this land, which means we can stop them ravaging next turn. This one still is here. I don't know. We're getting a bunch of elements too, so we're going to get... maybe we can actually use dissolving vapors there and the other one there. Maybe do we get 1 damage each invader? No, probably not. It's a lot though. We are getting this. If we push both of those blights out, we stop the cascade later, even though we're not doing anything this turn. Next turn we have to reclaim, right? So we can get one blight out of there and then do it again next turn. So that is a... Oh, hang on. We want to move our presence. I could move into here and maybe... Doesn't super matter. Because we get to move our presence anyway. I think we don't move. We stay. There's a chance we lose this presence, right? So maybe I do move it. I have presence here. Do that. I don't know. Right now. Figure it out. Okay, so elemental boon, we want air, earth, water. Probably. We also have nature's connection. So can we can get up to a big push. We definitely can't get to the super level there, but I think if we choose... Actually don't need earth. Let's take moon. We're not getting to that. Unless we took earth and then not water and took 2 water for ourselves. I think we take another water and get more fear. So it means we can give... If we give 2 water, we get to push more. Yeah. Or energy. Does pushing all that stuff do it much? I guess it means that this land just has a single city in it, and then we can defend it. So that seems good. We can push everything into here and try to kill it all slowly. I wonder if that means we didn't have to give water with elemental boon. Yeah. Like we do that and we gain the water through that, then we can drown a city. I like more than the little bit of fear, I think. So moon, yeah, that. Oh no, we're still short on water. Hang on. You only care about air, so air and then whatever you want, which is water and earth. For city drowned instead of... I mean, one more fear is also one more fear by the city being drowned, so... And we're gonna do this. May as well get our presence into there now. Okay, so... Yeah, that will let us do... If we decide to do damage for adjacent lands, then we could do that, so... All right, so finally we have a cascade here. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. And the sands, just 2 really terrifying lands that we're slowly working on. And a fear card. All right, lesser spirits imperiled. We can tend to our own strength. Each spirit gains 1 energy. Returning Blight to the box. I'm not a big fan of that. Or destroy presence for a permanent element for the rest of the game. That is very good. I don't think it changes anything this turn. We're going to need to get like Blazing Renewal or something. Because we're going to have Destroy Presence. I'm not going to have a Sacred Site here next turn, so I'm not going to be able to do this. That is a potential issue here. We have to pay for it. I guess I'm going to forget that card anyway. I mean, we might get a defend card. I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to keep a presence here so I have range 1 to it. And unfortunately, you're going to be paying 4 energy. We do have a... Okay, we have a card we can discard. So what if you pay 2? I could just forget that card. I'm just going to forget it. I want my energy for a major. Okay. We're not destroying this. We'll destroy this one. Then we can ground the city here. You can still drown this town with Swallow the Land Dwellers. And, ooh. I think I need to keep available over here, so that's this. So the permanent element, I kind of think water. Earth is nice to have permanently too. Water helps with both sides though. And here, probably also water. Maybe air, but I have a lot of air. I have a lot of water. I have a lot of everything. I'll go for... Yeah, I mean, air is going to unlock that more often. Okay. Air. Each board. Push a beast to a land without buildings, 1 fear. Gather Dahan into a land. With Dahan set up symbols. Now we can get them off the coast. And into the Blighted Land. That seems good. You two. Spend 1 in all lands. Cool. All right, we are going to blight the island, so let's see. Immediately add blight. Okay. I want to have... I think we're not cascading there, so I think this is a relatively safe land to put it in. Maybe this one as well. And this is the original cascade. Okay. Wow, Prussia. Coastal lands, okay. Ocean, your turn. Well, we have 1 coastal land totally clear. 2 coastal lands totally clear. That's gonna be fine. We're gonna drown these guys right now. Oh wait, no, it's sands. We just took the Dahan out of those lands. We gotta put them back. Give me energy. Okay, it's time for... These are lands are exactly the same. No, this one has 2 towns. So... And I had to destroy presents, so I don't... yeah, okay. We can push stuff away. And we do have a defend too. And we have a nerving paw. Like, we can reclaim for a defend too. Fortunately, none of these are near. They don't have Dahan that we can push to get into where we want. They move them, unfortunately. So... If I'm pushing, I'm going to push them all into this zone, right? So let's do that push here. Oh, I only get to push floors. So we're still a little scary. And we forgot that card, but we weren't gonna be able to use it. Okay. So I could kill 2 of these guys, or I could damage these guys. But so this is unnerving Paul taken care of. Just by that. So what did that push? Only just pushed 2 explorers? I guess that helps. But the problem, like, the thing is, we could use dissolving vapors there. Oh, we don't have enough lands with presence adjacent. Yeah. I'd love to use this somewhere that we could actually do something. Mass Dahan movement would be nice. Man, I wish we had known coastal lands. I mean, we didn't know. We knew it could come up, but chances were low. We could just hit one of these with Suffocating Shroud. Like this one. I think that still makes sense. Problem is we don't, like, actually have a solution for that. Oh, we have Grasping Tide. Grasping Tide stops these 2 builds. So we don't need to kill him. I think... do I think? Instead of doing that, we could send a Dawn here to stop that build. But the problem is, like, there's a decent chance we can get a defend for this, right? We're both gaining a power card. This can kill the town. Actually, yeah, that can kill a town. Okay, because I do get to bring you. Okay, we have a solution. We have a defend 2 that can stop that cascade. Because we're still healthy. Uh, is it major power? I think so. We have a lot of energy. So we want to keep our cards. Honestly, maybe it's minor power because like I don't want to forget any of these cards. They're on the coast right now. We can drown a lot of stuff. Stick in minor. Renewing Rain. We're not going to have a Sacred Site this turn. Ooh, this is really good. Holidahan Ways we're always going to be able to replace. These are good options. I don't know what to pick. So this turn, I'm definitely playing Call the Deeps. Stops these 2 builds. I mean, none of these help with this, but we don't need help with that. It just would be nice to have like a better defend than like if you didn't have to reclaim, that would be cool, but you are going to have to reclaim. So it is what it is because we do like that's a way for sure that we can stop that cascade. So I guess why don't we do that and then we can decide. So it's Call the Deeps and then whatever else like drown, drown, drown. So and you're still on. Yeah, I'm thinking majors, but like I'm still on minors. Call the Tend. Remove Blight. Ah, but not the right kind of remove Blight. Coastal Blight only. I mean, I think I might still take cycles. There is Coastal Blight. There's one. There's likely to be a little more soon. This is pretty good too. We do have targets for this. I'm taking this. It has more utility. This is a stage 3, which could pop into these already blighted places. Makes me like Renewing Rain. So many cascade possibilities coming up, right? Like this is also strong for getting the energy if there's Coastal Blight. But let's grab that. Okay. Gather presents. I can't drown. I'm gonna have range boost. I'm not drowning anything. That's annoying. And there was no range boost available in those cards. Maybe it's Weep, actually, to grab that town. Because I don't need the earth. And probably a million elements. And then next turn, we have those. Something like Pushing 2 towns would be nice right now, too. Okay. So we have to play this. And we have to play this. Okay, and this is going to be solved as well. There are 2 problem lands. That's literally all we get to play. But with Elemental Boon, we're actually getting the 3rd level of that and the full level of that, so... water, air, and moon. And if we get 2 more water, we get more stuff. Or we could take energy, but I think there are lands with a lot of towns, so maybe... Oh, we're not... We can get closer to that, actually. Oh, yeah, we need to move presence. Need to get in here so I can push... It only pushes explorers into Han, so it's not great, but... Oh, I don't know. We'll at least be able to push stuff into the ocean. Gives us more options here. I get any element. I guess it's moon. They don't... Not anywhere that I'm going to be able to drown something, so let's get more fear. Top 2 builds. I can gather you there, but fine right there. And entrancing apparitions. I think I want to move my presence back in here now. That is the place that I need to like start smacking around, which I can't really yet, but soon. Maybe I can start. I want to dissolve in vapors there for sure. And 4 fear. So right now we're not adding any blight, which I'm sure the game is going to punish us for doing that. Still in tier level 1. After advancing mana cards, perform a build step for 1 terrain not shown. Each beast does 2 damage. Sure. Beasts are not a big deal this game compared to last game. Add Dahan. I like more Dahan. Cool. None of you participate. And wetlands. That makes this Ravage. And also makes things happen. From a build step. Well, that's kind of gross. Oh, I guess actually mountains is fine because only builds back there where they're already horrible. So actually stop this build and push some Dahan in such a way to help there. Or I could push these 2 explorers and then be defended. I only have 1 grasping tide though. That's the problem. There's your problem. This still makes the most sense, I think. could reclaim and call the deeps. Those two. Would like to get to drowning though. I don't want to cascade off of two guys. What if we do time and tide there? That's fine. Okay. So what I want to do is this here. Come here. I need to kill the two explorers. And I also get to ping another building. But then I'm going to leave, so they're going to heal anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But that needs to be 5 damage, not 6. So actually, that means I could kill. No, I can't. It doesn't work. Okay, let's do the same. I need to move this here because I need to get in that, literally in that land, so. Yeah, so this damage just gets lost, but. Actually, it doesn't, because I can stay there and move him. Okay. Which means 2 Dahan can do the job. And you can go into this. Well, I guess, and you can go there, and you can go there. And then they won't build here, they won't build here, they won't build there. It's helping. We're getting some fear. We're in terror level 2. So time and tide means we don't have to stop that. Because I would like to gain a power card, play all these in a major, right? I don't think getting Call the Deeps is so necessary. Especially we get to go into those places, but then the problem is that drowning is not so great because everything's dead. But so we could do this. We did that, but we're not adding presence. Not adding presence means not a whole lot. Not drowning is annoying, but the problem is there's not going to be anything to drown because we can't. We could put 2 presence here and then drown. But that land's not even going to be a priority anymore. Yeah, I think it is reclaim. Which means that we don't have to. I mean, that stops the build too, so that saves that for 2 turns. And we'll just keep. I'll just erase this land with our powers probably. Okay, major power. Talons of Lightning. What if we just kill this? We're not going to have an easy... These are all ranged from places we're not going to be. I like Jungle Hungers, but... it's kind of wild. We're not going to... Because if we had clicked this, then we could use Jungle Hungers. Or Volcanic Eruption, which, I mean, there aren't things in range. This does do something. We can hit here, throw our defend 4 in here, or just don't. That's also fine. Okay. Seems we have received... We could actually get the threshold. Does it do anything? Destroys town, town, couple towns. I mean, getting the threshold is really good for when we need to reach back here. I think it's still, we'll still do this. We're not drowning again, so we just keep powering up the other spirit. I think we want to add... We get to 3 card plays. We get to 4 card plays if we get place 2 presents. Which means our... innates are going to get really good. Dissolving Vapors... We need 3 times because they're going to build a city here. Well, not necessarily if we use our innate there. Let's not use our innate here and do something else. And we have to do something else there. We can't just forget it. They're going to have 6 damage there. So let's work out if we do this. So if we chuck presence here, we can spread out presence around here, right? Actually, it's better to put it more chances to get more presence surrounding it. So dissolving vapors, fog closes in. We're already at this. So maybe we can use that over here and then set it up for what we need there. I think we can do constancy. And then we could go ahead and remove that blight, or we could use this. We're not getting to the top level of that, I don't think we would need. I mean, if we played Time and Tide instead of Gift, we could get it. We need... Yeah, we could get it. Another 1 damage to each invader. Which means we could use this, and then use Dissolving Vapors over here. Let's do that. I like the constancy idea, but I think being able to wipe these sands out is pretty great. So we want to give, doesn't really matter which element we give. Slight emphasis on air and water. The theme is the best spirit against Prussia 6 and the worst spirit against Prussia 6 together. All right, Call the Deeps. Stops that Ravage in that build. Time and Tide. May as well get this over here. We're going to, I guess, do we want to threshold this now that we like are giving 1,000,000 elements? So do air. And you get, I mean, yeah, I want moon and water, and all you want is moon. So what if I click fire? And then what if I click moon? Yeah, I think it's better to get the threshold on that than it is to get. I get one more fear, but this gets me destroy more towns, and it's more. It does more. You're digging Wandering Voice. Nice. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to more analysis from Jonathan and others when once we have Nature Current finished and everything is in there for a while and literally like, you know, everything is available. So flowing in silent forms is basically like, what if the event does something where we have to destroy presents? We can get Ocean onto the coast here. So that's something we could have done instead for drowning, but not going to go back. But we can get Ocean onto... Yeah, what if we do this? Oh, I want to be near there, right? Let's go here. Bring Ocean. I can bring both? Oh yeah, bring both. Then if we have to destroy presence, we can click there. And if they get +1 damage, we don't lose our presence and whatever. Looks like nothing happened. Add 1 town and whatever. So just pile into this terrible place. I'm sure it'll be fine. We can add them here because we're doing damage to each invader. I get to reclaim a card. Ooh. I think I'm going to be reclaiming all, but just in case, I guess Unnerving Paw is going to be good. Invaders do not ravage. Oh, look at that. They were going to blight. Now they're not. Doesn't matter. Push up to 3 from a land not matching a build card. Well, they're not. We can push them towards the ocean, basically. And yeah, actually, this guy can go in here. This guy can go in here. So we'll leave all of these friends where they are. Because he's going to die. And, oh, he can actually, hang on. He can go in there and get killed by Shroud. I don't know that Shroud's going to do 1 damage to everything here, but it is definitely doing 1 damage to 2 damage to everything here. So oh, maybe actually it isn't doing it. I don't know if it's doing enough damage. Let's put it in here just. I don't know for sure. So let's keep it safe. I didn't math out exactly everything, especially with all this new stuff coming, so. Jungle wetlands. That's okay, means these 2 are sorted. And he still didn't come up with mountains, so that back land is still safe for now. So I think what I want to do is this. Gather that. 1 damage to that city. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and everything's gonna die. So I could have put the guy in there because I had this 1 extra damage left, but I didn't want to math it out, so. I could have put 1 more down. That is how you clear land. And I still have these 2 powers. Very exciting. So we can take care of this. We also have pushing. I could have pushed a bunch of stuff. Maybe we should push a bunch of explorers in there and stop builds and stuff. That's probably a good idea. I could. There's two guys. There's a town here, which is kind of annoying. I think leaving that and stopping this build is probably better. So a swirling haze. I can get some Dahan in here. Because they can... You were going there. You, Dahan. Okay, Dahan, go there. Maybe we get a coastal Dahan do something kind of effect. Yeah, I think that makes sense. We can get presence in there. Okay. Slight modification. Just kills an extra explorer. Okay. Obviously this is a problem, but we can do 1 damage to each invader, and Unnerving Paw stops the Ravage. So I think that's fine. And I think Fog Closes In we'll use here. The guy there now. It only does 1 damage. But it's enough to make it so that we can defend 2 there. So... then these Dahan heal for us. Yeah, this land is going to be, you know, pending the event. We can defend 2, Unnerving Paw. And that's it. And we have some jungles building. But we're going to get into Drowning Zone. Oh, there's also this. We can just defend that with Ocean. So this might be... could be double presence add, but I don't think so. I think it's gain a power card. Because we want to get... add presence here, push presence into there. We don't even need presence here, but it's something we can drown, right? Maybe we add presence so that we have to pull our presence back. We don't Still maintain presence on the coast. That might be actually better. There's a lot of stuff to drown here. I think we grab a minor power. Illusions of danger. That's not bad. This can actually let us remove blight from the sands. I think stopping the jungle build, though, is probably better. Add a presence to coastal land. I think let's go for 5 card plays next turn. Alright, 2 sacred sites. We're all set. Alright, and what are you doing? Probably reclaiming because we need our defend 2 for this. We didn't take a major power, but now we're 4 again. Oh, we get to reclaim 1, huh? Maybe we don't need, if we have the reclaim 1, it's a little less urgent, right? We have Unnerving Paw, we have defend, we can get some other power. Yeah, let's do that. Reaching Grasp with Ocean, but also Scream Disease. Scream Disease is like enough for Ocean to drown neighboring stuff. We can afford to play it, and we get free disease, so not free, but like, you know, reasonably priced disease. And I think we need to get more presence over here. And 2. And not too bad. We don't have Elemental Boom, but we still got some innates. Alright, Delusions of Danger. Push you into there. And energy. And 2. We could just leave that land, but they are, yeah, I think it's better to stay. Oh yeah, you get +1 damage. Did I want to put disease in those places? Disease in the blighted land is good. Oh, go back far enough. This, yeah, the more presence I have here, the more I can have surrounding it, right? So it's useful. And Unnerving Paw. All right. So we should have no blight pending the event. Skip a Ravage action where Dahan outnumber them. That's not a thing. I guess it's here. So they built there instead. You get 2 fear cards though. Yeah, they're not. Well, we can remove them and then they won't build. So that seems good. And here too. Flora does not affect coastal lands, and lands with disease are not a source. Oh, and they didn't ravage there, but the disease will stop them from building. All right. Here's the mountains. That had to come up eventually. We're also going to run out of time unless we can get rid of the last cities, which actually I think we'll be able to do. We're going to drown one right now. We are pretty close to terror level 3, so we can wipe out these cities next turn with our damage cards. Let's see. Is there a town you can push into the ocean for me? Actually, we can use our big attack card to hit that mountain too. So, or maybe we'll hit the wetlands over. Like we can hit this wetlands with it, I guess. What do I want to do with this power? Kill this city? If we're going for city kills, I should kill this city. So we have this ravage that is a problem. That's a big cascade. What if we do this? And then push the town somewhere else so they don't push it in here and then defend it or something like that, or I guess push it into the sand. Thinking about this, this. Like that, basically. Swallow loses it to Han, but it also makes that land easier to deal with. If I even care about dealing with it, like I don't super care that much. They're not building, it's a single blight. I think we just accept it. And I don't even know that I want to use this. Present set it there, I think. We're just gonna have Talons of Lightning here. We don't really. We're gonna reclaim. And we're gonna reclaim too. Talons of Lightning. Tons of damage. There is one city still here. We do need range for that, but Scream Disease gets us the range. So, as long as we can do enough, I think we can do enough. So, if we reclaim, We want to play Scream Disease, Dissolving Vapors, and have our innate. So we want to be playing a bunch of Elemental Boon and stuff over here, so. I think we take a miner here and maybe we get some elements that help with. We don't need to use Scream Disease, we can use the range boost, right? So. Or maybe we get a defend 6 or whatever, something, defend for that. We're spending our energy on, oh look, Lure of the Unknown. What if you just jump into the ocean and it has exactly the elements we want? Spur on is good too. We can always change our mind, but I think Lure is very good. But this, I think these are like enabling Mist to do 1 billion damage. I have one more play. Probably the defend. Let's see. So, I mean, I'm not too concerned about this. If it doesn't, if it's whatever, it's whatever, right? So I mean, we don't need the threshold if we get the range, right? So let's take a miner over here. We don't have a lot of energy. What if we just repeated our powers? Sure. I'm not going to use any of these. Range boost. 1 damage to each. Card with my elements. Card with my elements. So I need so little. 2 moon and an air. So I don't even need to play the range boost. We could give the fire and air to ocean. What would Gift of Twin Days do? It would let us repeat Lure of the Unknown. If we do this, I can still get a water from Elemental Boon. So what if we then take the defend? Move a presence. I want more presence over this way. But it actually doesn't super matter. I think I can't get enough over that way. Well, you never know. Let's see. To make a difference. All right. So we're giving moon, fire, sorry, moon, air, and water. Or sorry. You just need to fire, yeah. We're gonna get one from one of the other things. We need a water. And an air from this. And then we need air. Actually, I think... No, it's fine. And a fire. We don't need to drown anything, so... Actually blighting here. Think? We don't have to. There are things we can do. I am kind of assuming we're killing everything here without too much work without actually making sure. So if I twin days and lure another town, then I just played intrinsic apparitions, which I can use to lure those two guys away. Oh, right, I need to make range. Hang on, leave that presence over there. Do that. Okay, nothing in the wetlands. This guy's gonna die probably. Jungle is good. Mountains are good. They're not building. If they build a city, it's over here. So, and maybe we don't kill everything, but we're pretty dang close. And we're not losing this turn. Just next turn, so. Oh my gosh, they're running away. It's okay. It's just the explorers. It means we can stop them from building a city here, which might matter. Okay, and then let's do explorers. Oh, they're still... No, they're building a town now, right? Yeah, now it's a town instead of a city, so that's good. The events are causing me trouble. Push 2 from land with blight to land without blight. Okay, go there. Skip the explorer. Defend 9. Cool. All right. We can't afford to play Talons of Lightning again next turn, by the way, so if we don't manage to kill these cities, we might be in trouble. I want to use Dissolving Vapors. Grab a presence over. I think we're fine. I think we got it. Because I think this does enough damage to finish them off. Yeah. GG. We finally cleared out this horrible mess. And this is the end. The fog has closed in. Oh, wait. We're short 1 damage on the city? No! How could it be? We did have too much damage in there, so maybe there's a way we can... This guy has two health. What if I did Dissolving Vapors here? Because I don't care about the explorers, right? I know. Okay, that kills that city. And then you get 1 more land. Yeah, now we've done it. We exactly killed all the cities just barely by doing the right thing. Hello, Presage 6. Welcome. Now we won the game. That was pretty close. We would have had to find a damage in the fast phase if we didn't do that. And we didn't have any damage in the fast phase, so we would have had to get lucky and get a card or something. So we could see what our fear card was. And we get to see the next fear card. So maybe we would have been able to do it. I was just going to put them away. You can peek at those now if you didn't know. That wouldn't have done anything. We were going to get in the next one. And that wouldn't have done anything. Even if we got the next fear card, well, we couldn't. We would have to try to just rush fear, I guess. We probably would have rushed fear / find a damage. So it could have been pretty close. It was pretty close. So there you go. The best spirit against Prussia and the worst spirit according to the stats so far. So we'll see about the next adversary next week, I think. Let's see. We'll see where we end up. So thanks for tuning in. I'm glad it all worked here. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.